Only half of the startups last more than 5 years, and only a few make it to 10. What's the single thing a person can do to make sure your business is sustainable? The answer to this question is to create a business growth strategy for a company. A business growth strategy comprises of more than just envisioning long-term prosperity. If someone doesn't have a concrete plan, there is a possibility of losing out on a lot of business, or they're improving the chances of losing business to its competitors. The crucial factor for any growth strategy is to be deliberate. Entrepreneurs must find the rate-limiting step in their growth path and use as much energy as possible to overcome that. Here are a few tips for this to be beneficial. Identify the ideal customer. Most entrepreneurs usually start a business to resolve problems for a specific audience. But who is that audience? Whether the audience is their ideal customer? If not, who are they serving? A business owner must identify and sort their ideal customers and revert to the defined audience. Establish a value proposition. For a company to sustain long-term growth, businesses must understand what sets them apart from their competition. They must identify why customers buy their product or service. What makes them relevant, distinguished, and trustworthy? After identifying the answer, a business must explain to other buyers why they must purchase from their company. Companies must understand what unique benefits only they can provide and forget everything else. If they deviate from this proposition, they'll run the risk of devaluing their business. Define key indicators. Modifications must be measurable. If a business owner cannot measure a change, there's no way to identify whether it's effective. They must distinguish which key indicators influence the growth of their business and devote money and time to those areas. Also, making modifications over time and analyzing historical and current results is something to take note of. Look to the competitors. Irrespective of the industry, there is always competition for every business that excels at something, though they're struggling in other areas. Companies must look toward similar companies evolving in new and unique ways to acquaint their business growth strategy. They must not be afraid to ask for advice. Verify revenue streams. What are the steady revenue streams? What revenue streams can be added to make the business more profitable? Once they identify the potential for fresh revenue streams, they must ask themselves if they're sustainable in the long run. A great idea or a great product doesn't necessarily have revenue streams associated. They must be careful to understand and isolate the difference. Invest in talent. The employees in any organization who have direct contact with their customers need to hire employees who are motivated and inspired by the company's value proposition. Businesses can be economical with holiday parties, office furniture, and marketing. Hire few employees, but pay them a ton. The best ones will undoubtedly stick around if the businesses must cut back their compensation during a slow period. Focus on strengths. Businesses must focus on their strengths instead of trying to fix your weaknesses. This can help them establish business growth strategies. They are reorienting the playing field to suit their strengths and build upon them to grow the business. Building a business growth strategy is a unique process for every business in its specific way. In fact, because of evolving market conditions, making strategic decisions depending on someone else's successes will be unwise. That's not to say that a business can't learn from another company, but blindly implementing a copied plan or strategy won't create sustainable growth. Businesses must adapt to the plan to smoothen out their business's inefficiencies, sharpen its strengths, and better suit its customers, who might be different from those copied strategies. The company's data must lend itself to all its strategic decisions. They can mainly utilize its data from the key indicators and revenue streams to produce a personalized growth plan. That way, they'll better understand their business and their customers' nuances, which will directly lead to growth. A copied strategy indicates obscure indicators, but a particular plan is a prosperous plan. When someone tailors their business growth strategy to their customers and business, they'll keep them happy and fulfill their wants and requirements, which will keep them returning. Growing a business is a stringent commitment, but it's undoubtedly a lot simpler when you have a clearly defined strategy for growth. Time and time again, we've witnessed how the narratives play out distinctly between brands that delay after having a growth explosion and brands that accomplish sustainable prosperity. Please subscribe to our channel, like and comment, hit the bell so you know when we upload new videos. Onpassive Bill Must.